Mishna Yomis, Masechta Zevachim, Perek Yud Aleph, Mishna Zayin, and Mishna Ches.
You are being transferred to standby till the start of the shear. When you're ready to start the shear, press 5. You are now being transferred to broadcast. To end, hang up.
Okay, a good Zevachim and a good Chodesh, everyone. As believe it or not, we finished tonight the 11th Perek of Zevachim. Wow. You know, we're really getting, this is perfect because after we learn Masechtas Huryas, we're almost ready to finish Avodah Zarah, and then we have Huryas, which are very short Masechtas. And then we learn the Gemara of Zevachim. So what could be better that we got this entire introduction to Masechtas Zevachim by learning all of its Mishnayos. That's a really good preparation before learning the Masechta. We are sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabid, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, and Shama should have an Aliyah. We also are sponsored by Nishmas David ben Chaim, Lefu Shalem, Yomis, Mechai Sar, Yaakov ben Bas Yaleah, for the Schus of Avram Yom Benish Mamak Yudis and family. We're sponsored by Yod Klugman and family for the Pazant Nasik Zunt Nachas. We're sponsored the Refu Shalema for Moshe ben Esther Fadl, Avigdor Arya ben Rivka, the Baschai Sarah, for Yitzchak ben Siyam ben Dusha, for Chana bas Shoshabina, and Rivka bas Shira Leah, Meir ben Chai Sarah. They should have a Refu Shalema b'Seik Sherchei Yisrael. So the Mishna Zayin in the 11th Perek tells us Echad shebishal by, whether a pot that you cooked the chatas in, the echad she'eru l'seicher reisech, or you poured boiling soup into the pot, echad kachei kachim, whether it's holy of holies, echad kachim kalim, or it's shlamim taida b'char ma'isa, which is only kachim kalim, to unin marika ushtifa. You have to do purge it and rinse it. Rabbi Shimon says, Kachim Kalim ein tunin mariko shtifa. Kachim Kalim needs less. It needs to be purged. It needs hagala. But also to rinse it inside and outside with cold water, that which is known as marika and shtifa, that's not necessary. Reb Tarfon says an interesting thing. On the Yom Tiv, where they're bringing korbanos every day, in Bishal Boy Mitchilas Haregel, if you start cooking in the pot from the beginning of the Yom Tov, Yavashal Boy is Kol Haregel. You could cook the whole regel, and the reason is because when you cook the first day of the carbon, when you cook in it, the blia of the day before goes away. So therefore you don't have to worry about it. So, one second. Yeah, so here we're talking about specifically a shlomim. Now a shlomim is permitted for 2 days and the intervening night. So in bishul by metchilas haregel, if you cooked the first day, Yavashal Bay is color regel. You could cook every day, because on the second day, when you cook it and again, you purge from it the blia of the first day. And then on the third day, you purge the blia of the second day. So you don't have to do any purging, because every day when you cook, you get rid of the blia of the day before. The Chachamim, the sages say, although you're technically correct, but ad zman achila, when it comes to time where the expiration comes after 2 days and the night, you should purge it, because we don't want you to get out of the habit of doing it the rest of the year. Now, what does it mean, marika ushtika? Or what does it mean, marika and shtifa? Marika is kemarika sakais, is like the purging of a cut. Ushtifa is keshtifa sakais, is like the rinsing of the cup. Now this means that you have to do it both inside and outside with cold water, something which is not the case generally. Merika Shtifa B'tzainen. Both, besides purging it without water, you have to rinse it inside and out with cold water. Here's another leniency: v'ashpud v'askala, a spit and a grill, even though it's used with fire, and normally that which is used with fire needs libun, needs to be burnt with fire. However, it's enough when it comes to the absorption of the kachim to magilon b'chamen, to purge it with boiling water. Now, bishul by kachim v'chulin. If you cooked in a pot kachim and some chulin fell in, or kache kachim v'kachim kalim, or let's say chatas with shlamim. Chatas is only allowed to be eaten by male kahanim. Shlamim could be eaten by everybody. Chatas could be only eaten on a zara. Shlamim could be eaten in the entire old city. Chatas is only able to be eaten by one day and one night, while shlamim could be eaten by 2 days and the intervening night. Im yesh ben benaisin tam, if there's enough of the kache kachim to impart flavor, the lenient has to be eaten with the strictures of the chamer. So the chulin gets the stricture of a chatas, could only be eaten for 1 day and 1 night, in the azara, etc. And likewise, if chatas imparts flavor in the shlamim, it could be only eaten for 1 day and 1 night, and only by kahanim. Now, there's a chisurei mechsera over here, which the Gemara tells us, and which the Mefarshim tell us. Without knowing this, we wouldn't know. The chisurei mechsera continues, ein bahem b'naisin tam. But if it's not enough to impart flavor, then einon tu'unim marika shtifa. Then if the kachin got mixed up with the chulin, but there's not enough to impart the flavor, then the pot doesn't need marika and shtifa. Ve'einon psulim b'maga. And if the chulin touches something else, it doesn't make it aser. Now, rokik shenot b'rokik. A disqualified wafer of a mincha. There's a minchas rikikim. A disqualified wafer of a mincha, shenoga b'rokik, that when they're both hot, touches a permitted wafer of a mincha, or chaticha b'chaticha, a disqualified piece of meat of kachim, touches a kosher piece of meat of kachim, loy kol rikikin, not the entire wafer, but loy kol chaticha is asurin, and not the entire piece of meat is asur, just the place of the touch. Eino asur ela mekayim shabala. It only asur the area around where it absorbed, and the rest of it is going to be permitted. We want to thank you very, very much for joining us, and wish you a good Chodesh and a good Tavach.